It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest co-host, Gia, here.
Hello, 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 beautiful people.
Now, we have a national best-selling book that's out today on paperback, Real Life, Real Love. So if you get a chance to go out there and get it, you can order it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, or wherever you purchase your books. And she's here today, and we're opening up the phone lines, 800-585-1051. Before I got married, I wish somebody told me this. That is the question. So we'll start with you, Gia. Before you got married, I wish somebody told you what?
That it wasn't a cakewalk. That it wasn't as easy as television and fairy tales make it out to be. That it takes diligence and day-to-day hard work and dedication.
I'm not that easy?
There are times that you are, but the overarching idea of marriage isn't easy because there's so many different layers to it. Okay. There's love, there's family, there's the business aspect of it.
That's right.
There's so many things to peel back, and each one of those layers have sublayers. So those are things that you have to consider before you decide to say I do, before you walk down that aisle. Because most people, when they envision marriage, they think more about the wedding. You know, they think of the spectacle of it and the beautiful dress, the bachelorette party, and that's all so exciting. But when those days are over, you're back from your honeymoon and you have to dig your heels in, then you start running into problems. And you have to know how to navigate those problems. And if you didn't learn from your parents as an example, where do you learn from? And just like I said earlier, people turn to the wrong people for advice, people that aren't qualified to give them advice. And a lot of times the actions that people take to deal with those problems aren't rooted in reality. It's not rooted in actuality. It's not rooted in trust. So they don't know what to do. So what do? They act out of emotion. And when you act out of emotion, 9 times out of 10, it's a bad reaction and it's going to garner a bad result. So I think that people have to make it very, very, they have to be very proactive about learning about marriage before they decide to say I do.
Wow, I just want to put that out there, that Real Life, Real Love paper book is right now, and we discuss all that. Good plug, good segue. Now, what about you, Charlamagne?
I wish people told me nothing. You know what I mean? Because it's because it's on the job training. Like, and everyone's experience is different. You know, what works for you may not work for me, and there's no one set way to do this marriage thing. Like, marriage is not one size fits all. Marriage is a tailor-made, custom outfit that is exclusive to you and your significant other. So you can tell me your experiences, but don't tell me how my marriage is going to be, because you really don't know, because you're not me and you're not my significant other.
But I don't think that's inherently true, because there are things that are right and wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
And it's so interesting to me that a lot of times married people engage in the wrong behavior, knowing damn well that it's wrong. And I do think that there are things that they're not educated to know before they get married. So I do think that, you know, there are things that a person, even without the experience of being married, can share with you to help you navigate your marriage. You know, even if
I agree.
If they don't walk the same walk as you.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's like when things go wrong, you'll have people be like, well, I would have did this and I would have did that, but you not.
That's ridiculous.
Us.
Right, yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So you know, in that aspect, I'm like, you can't tell me how to do my marriage.
But is there something that someone could have told you before you got married that could have helped you? Something that maybe you just didn't really realize?
I don't know. You know, I also don't know, because I didn't see a lot of healthy marriages coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom and dad got a divorce. Damn near all my aunts got divorced. You know what I mean? So I didn't really see a lot of relationships. I saw a lot of long relationships that didn't last. Right. You know, so they were together for a long time, but then they all decided to go separate ways. So I didn't really have too many healthy relationships to look at growing up.
So I think that kind of like answers the question in a sense. Maybe someone couldn't have told you something, but you probably would have benefited from good examples.
Good examples, yes. Absolutely.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Yo, this B from Carolina, man.
What's up, B? Talk to us.
What's up, B?
Before you got married, you wish somebody told you what?
Yo, before I got married, promise you I wish somebody told me it's more to it than just cheating. Like, I thought as long as I was faithful Everything else will be good.
Wait, what was the last thing he said?
He said as long as he was faithful, he thought everything would be good. So what's going wrong? What's the matter? What's bad in the relationship? I should say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it'd be a little thing like they want to be like held all the time, and they want to just know who you texting, who you talking to, what time you gonna be home, what time you leave it, and I'm just like it's a little, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, yo, I don't cheat, so why we?
So you don't want her to care? You don't want her to care is what you're saying? That sounds like care.
At night? You don't want to hold her at night?
Hold on. Hold on now. I ain't say all the time. I said sometimes. You know what I mean? It's just like sometimes that's cool, but sometimes if you trust in your person and your other mate and everything.
Man, nowadays people not checking where you are because they concerned you out doing dirt. They checking where you are because the world is crazy.
The world is crazy. Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Unique from Miramar, Florida.
Hey, Unique
Hi
from Miramar.
there.
Good morning. So 2 things.
Go.
Firstly, as it relates to Jamaican are always late, I can testify with that.
100%.
I'm Jamaican and I'm always late no matter what.
See, Rashawn, apparently it's in my blood.
But Gear's always late too, so y'all are on the same plane.
You
but
should go easier on me then.
Yes, and then as it relates to the husband question, I did not know that I would have been my husband's maid.
Oh, you the maid. You got to do the cleaning, the cooking, and everything.
I got to do everything. If we're going on vacation, I have to be packing for him. I got to pick up his socks because, he gets home. He takes off his socks all over, leave them. Even the dog is even much more helpful than he is.
What does he do?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you work?
And I work, and I go to school full-time, and plus we have 3 kids, but he's like an additional kid.
Well, now you got 3 jobs. You work, you go to school, and you're the maid.
Tell me about it. He says because he does the yard work, he can't do the yard work and the housework.
That's true.
I agree.
That sounds like y'all are equally distributing
hold on.
duties.
Okay, let's just be reasonable here. Yard work is not a daily job.
It's a tough job.
That's my point. You don't cut the grass every single day.
We have a yard, and it gets maintained once or twice a week.
You couldn't do the yard work.
Exactly.
Would you want to cut the grass? You don't sound like a yard woman.
No, I'm not. But, that does not say you cannot help me around the house because you have to cut the lawn.
So what are you going to do about it? You're disgruntled.
You
don't like the situation that you're in. What are you going to do about it?
I complain all the time, but then it's like you complain today, you help, but then next week it's like a whole different story over again.
So why don't you stop?
Because she gives him the Jamaican D, and then she's happy after.
You mean she gets the...
Yeah, but then also
gets the
Jamaicans are very like OCD when it comes to cleaning. So like even though you complain, it's like at the end of the day you have to get it done.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you one question, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Are you with a Jamaican man?
Yes, he's Jamaican as well.
Is it true about Jamaican man eating the poom poom?
or should you say not eating the poom poom?
I mean, they do. Man is Chinese Jamaican.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mother's half Chinese
wild.
Jamaican.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, that means
they like
he
rice
has very
with
good looking texture.
Oh, they eat unique things?
And that too.
They eat unique things is what she's
You
saying.
hear what Gia said?
What?
That went over your
Tell
head?
her what you said. Guys, tell her what you can say it. Me and Charlamagne can't.
I said it means they eat rice with it.
Whoa.
She's Chinese Jamaican.
I'm Chinese Jamaican.
She's Chinese Jamaican. I'm going to throw that out there. 800-585-1051. We're asking, before I got married, I wish somebody told me what. We're taking your calls when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Get your opinion to The Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're opening up the phone lines and asking 800-585-1051. Before I got married, I wish somebody told me what? Hello, who's this? Hello?
This is Jeremiah.
Hold on, Jeremiah.
All right.
All right, go ahead. Now, before I got married, I wish somebody told me what, Jeremiah?
How hard it is to compromise and come to agreements.
You didn't know that beforehand?
I didn't know how hard it was. Because I learned that women don't listen a lot.
That's a conclusion that you came to, huh?
Yeah. I mean, but it is true though, because now this day and age, women have came to like, it's like independent, only them by themselves. Like they don't need a dude for anything or anything like that.
I don't hear that as much as I used to when Beyonce was single. When Beyonce was out here doing independent women and all of that, like that's when women were really on that. I don't hear that as much no more. I hear women saying they want a partner. That's what I hear.
Hear it a lot. I feel like I hear it more now.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of women claiming their independence, and you hear a lot, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I can do it for myself. And I think that makes a lot of men feel off-put by women, because it's like, well, if you don't need me, then what am I here for? And truthfully, everyone wants to feel needed.
Well, go cut your own grass.
Go cut your own grass. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. Good morning. Where you calling from?
The Met, South Carolina.
803.
All right. So we're asking, before I got married, I wish somebody told me what, Nicole?
I wish somebody had told me that you got to communicate about like literally everything. So I've been single. I was single for 7 years before I married my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I can't even just go to like happy hour afterwards. And it's not a bad thing. It's just a new thing that I just communicate to him every single time that I go someplace.
You married now. You going to the club, you going to the bar, you going to a restaurant. Let me know so I know you safe. I know where you at. I ain't got to worry and think about where you at.
I get it. It's just different.
She's like, I did not know that I was going to lose all of my freedom.
You do. Well, not your freedom, but it's just somebody cares about you.
No, actually, it's freedom. It's freedom where you are free to do as you please without having to consent with someone else.
Correct. And I mean, again, it's an adjustment for me being single for 7 years and then getting married. And I'm like, dang, all I did was just go to the bar. But I understand why, though.
Nicole, where you going after work today?
I got on the track practice. I'm a coach.
Oh, well, you better go. Where you coach? You coach where at?
At Sumter, South Carolina.
What do you train?
I'm sorry.
What sports do you train? What
track?
I know she track, but what?
Track.
What event?
What event?
Specifically sprint.
Oh, word! I'm gonna send my son down to you now. He's not doing football. He's doing track, and he's like number 2 in New Jersey, but he needs some training because he's only been doing it for a year from football. I'm gonna send him down to you for a week.
We can get him right.
I'm serious. All right, stay on the line. Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
I don't even know if we could trust her. She might be a killer or something like that, but we're going to send Logan down there since Logan want to talk about he the man in the house. So we're going to send his ass down there. Hello, who's this? Hello?
Hello, it's Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where you calling from, Brandy?
I'm calling from San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, we're asking, before I got married, I wish somebody told me what?
Man, that is definitely on the job training, as Charlamagne has said. It's marriage is a full-time, no days off job.
Mm-hmm.
I wish someone would have told me that part.
That is real work. That is not just, you get married and everything is hunky-dory. You got to continue to work on it every day.
Right.
How long you been married?
Both parties got to be able to put in the work.
That's right.
We've been together 21 years, married 12.
See, that's a long time. And then y'all got forever. And technically, you should have forever to go, right?
But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Does it feel
Yes.
like the way that you said it? Does it feel like marriage is like the old ball and chain, or are you spinning it in a positive way?
Now, changing generational curses with the kids, I'm trying to change things. It's more of sitting down, talking about if they get into trouble. Like a lot of times you'll find in the marriage, both parents, they don't have the same co-parenting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very tough one. You don't have the same co-parenting. You got daddy's girl over here. You got mama's boy over here.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it kind of hard being pulled. So we have to come together and sit and talk like, hey, we got to get on the same page with one another. Because you'll have one say, yeah, sure, go ahead and do that. And you have the other one say, no.
Oh, that's so real. But that's why you got to have conversations with the kids, too, and tell the kids, don't do that. Don't divide us. But also, as parents, if one of the kids come to you about something, the first thing I do is go to mama.
Got your mama.
Or I hit her and say, did you send your mama this or did you tell your mama this too? Don't get me in no trouble because then I'm going to get yelled at.
What I do is I go ask your mama. And then mama usually come back and then mama call me and say, hey, this, that, and the other. I don't want to get in between y'all.
That's right.
Nope. Because our kids do that. Mama tell them no, and then they'll come sneak and be like, hey, Dad, can I do this?
That happened to me this morning. And mama already said no, but you trying to trick daddy.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That email?
Yep. Nope, they ain't about to get me in no trouble.
That was a well-executed
It was amazing.
plan. She deserves a gift.
I agree.
Yeah.
But mama said no.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
You wasted your time.
That's it.
Well, what's the moral of the story?
I think the moral of the story is marriage is. The moral of the story is go buy Real Life, Real Love, man.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank
That's the moral
you.
of the
Right
story.
now, it's best-selling book, Real Life, Real Love, Life Lessons of Joy, Pain, and the Magic That Holds Us Together. It's out right now on paperback, so pick it up right now, Amazon, wherever you buy books. And when we come back, we got your rumor report. We got to tell you guys about Tiana Taylor, how she felt Pharrell could have been more of a help in this industry. We'll explain it when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.